Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. In this video today, as the title suggests, we're discussing Thai visa extensions. Specifically, under those circumstances where an extension is denied, what are one's options? Well, the reason I bring this up is in the past, it was kind of in a set of circumstances in the past where Thai immigration officials were, I don't know what the right term is, but perhaps more accommodating to visa applications, especially those which were deficient on documentation of what could be described of a more formalistic nature. You know, you're missing one piece of paper, they'd say, okay, I'm going to use my discretion to allow this to go ahead and process on through, and barring any further issues with it, we'll probably go ahead and issue the extension. And it seemed as though in the past the attitude was, although not particularly wanting to overly accommodate the foreign national to the point of, not vetting them and not scrutinizing their application, but, where people had a preponderance of the evidence to show that they, had substantial reason to remain in the country, extensions by and large were granted. And the result was, and also there seemed to be a real disinclination toward making people depart the country and come back in on a new visa and deal with the extension all over again. It was sort of, for lack of a better term, the Thai officials were just being kind of easier to deal with. It was almost more accommodating, I guess is kind of the right word, although that's not particularly the case. I think more it was maybe a thinking of, we're kind of taxing the system already. Why overly burden the system with sending someone out, have to deal with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs system, and then come back and then have to deal with the Thai immigration system again when it's all over just one document that, there's a deficiency here, the discretion can be used, to sort of make a determination under extenuating circumstances and move on. That attitude is no longer the case. The current immigration apparatus takes a hard line, especially with respect to documentation requirements and enforcement protocols. And for that reason, we are seeing a larger number of folks being denied their extension and told you need to leave Thailand. In some cases, they'll be on the last day of their visa and will basically not be allowed an extension. And under those circumstances, those people are often given a 7-day stamp, which gives them a week to get out of the country. And they're basically told, come back in with a new visa and try to process this thing again when you have all your documentation sort of in order. For this reason, and I think it is wise to utilize the assistance of legal professionals and more and more importantly, accounting professionals to make sure that all documentation is in order with respect to a visa application at the time the application is made, in order to forestall a denial of the application and basically the need to leave the country and get a new visa. It's a problematic situation to be in, but that being said, Thai immigration authorities are getting more strict as time has gone on, and I don't see this strictness waning anytime in the future. I simply think it's going to be more and more, I won't say difficult, but the process is going to be tightened up more and more as time goes by. And more I'm seeing a paradigm shift with respect to immigration officers pertaining to these matters, as they don't really have the attitude anymore of, well, we don't really want to send them out of the country. More their attitude is, look, you need to abide by the rules. You need to have your documentation. Failure to have your documentation, you need to leave, get a new visa, and come back in and start all over. And that can be a real problem for folks, especially for those working in the kingdom. So for that reason, perhaps retaining the assistance of legal professionals in the matter is probably a pretty good idea.